We'll create some food so that you'll need it for these leftovers, I bet.
Like that.
I know you.
You know how I work. You know how I think. Well, I know when we were talking about Braun earlier in the show, they are the first and last name in immersion blenders. Well, really the first and last name in air fryers is Philips. They brought this technology to America, and trust me when I tell you, no one in the world does it better. This is that TurboStar. And as you can see, there are no hot and cold spots. So not only do you never have to worry about preheating, you don't have to worry about shaking that basket. You don't have to worry about the one top of the tater tots or french fries being done and then the underneath still being frozen or raw. This, believe it or not, still has the same capacity, but has a very unique, kind of a smaller, more streamlined profile, but you're still getting the power, you're still getting the capacity, you're getting a customer event price. I should point out, even though this is the first day of our Customer Appreciation Month, we will not see the likes of this again until the grand finale of Customer Appreciation. I want wings, I want to indulge, and I don't want to feel bad about it, Stephanie.
Well, here's the deal. Okay, let's be honest. We've probably all done a little indulging this holiday weekend. It's okay. It's okay. We are not here to make you feel bad about it.
No judging.
No judging. I'm right there with you. But we are here to set us back on course, because here's the deal. You'll want chicken wings.
Yes,
you know you do. I do. And if it isn't chicken wings, it's a list of other yummy fried foods. You can have the foods you want. There is nothing wrong with this gorgeous chicken wing. That is a healthy piece of lean protein. What's wrong with it is when I drop it in a vat of oil. But the reason we do that is to get the golden brown, crispy, crunchy exterior. Look at the color of these. I've got that golden brown, crispy, crunchy exterior that I want, and I did this without one drop of oil.
Wild.
Now here's the deal. I know we are all now familiar with the concept of air frying. I gotta say, Philips brought it here first. First to the US, first to us at HSN. We were so proud to debut this years ago. Gosh, I think we're at 5 years now. However, now there are other imitators out there. Imitation is flattery. We're proud to have made the difference with air frying. Don't be mistaken and think that if you get a different kind of air fryer, you will get the same results. This is technology that is patented by Philips, and it definitely makes a difference. It is called TurboStar technology because what's happening inside this air fryer is different than what is happening inside any other air fryer. You see on the left, when you don't have TurboStar, your air just spins around in a circle. Okay, well, food is three-dimensional, so just spinning around in a circle does not get it accomplished. With TurboStar, it spins up, down, and all around, and that means every bit of the food gets crispy. If I were to cook a chicken wing or a chicken breast here without TurboStar, I might get crunchy on one side, I might get crunchy on the other. I am not going to get 360 degrees of crunchy. By the way, I'm adding a rack here. These are one of the upsells
you can about the accessory
because why just air fry one? If you're feeding more than one person, you probably need two. So there we go. We double decorate, which I love.
Which, to Stephanie's point, not all air fryers are created alike, and it's the TurboStar and the Philips difference. It really is. Hey, one thing I do really want to recommend, and then Adam, we can show them the accessory packages as well. Love, love, love this book. I should also point out there's such an avid Philips air frying community online. I know everywhere. People like me we just get excited about it. This cookbook is always sold out. We do have a few available for you tonight for Easter holiday weekend. $28.50 with free shipping. And then the accessory package that Stephanie was just pointing out, that's one of the most important things that I can recommend to you, because if you want to cook in layers or in tiers, ask about that double-decker rack. I would absolutely recommend that to you. And then you are getting French fries with no fat, no oil. That's
no fat, no oil. 75% less fat and calories than if I were to submerge these in oil, but I'm not giving up the crisp. You can see that golden brown. I am not giving up the crunch. In fact, I would go so far as to say these taste better. And the reason is we are not eating French fries and chicken strips because we like grease and oil. I mean, if anything, it's something you have to put up with to do it.
It's true.
What we like is crispy, crunchy food. So you're still getting the results without the fat and oil. Here's what else you learn once you start air frying. First of all, I think you'll end up liking the taste of your food better.
I do.
Second of all, there's nothing you can't do in here. I mean, it's truly amazing. When I tell you this is a part of my everyday cooking, it's like a joke at my house. What's in the air fryer today? You know, because there's nothing we don't do. Fajitas on the stovetop require a fair amount of oil, about 4-6 tablespoons, and you have to stand there and saute it and shove them all around, and it makes a big mess on my stovetop. Or I can take the veggies, put a little seasoning on them, put them into the air fryer, and then put my skirt steak or my chicken, you could do it with either, directly on top. The natural fats and juices from the skirt steak are gonna release onto the veggies and do the caramelizing for me. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna walk away. You do not have to babysit your food. Now let's take a minute and talk about the controls so that you know you still have control as a home cook. I'm gonna set my timer to 10 minutes. I also have temperature control. When I'm doing either frozen food or meat from raw, I leave it on the high setting. If you're wondering how you're gonna know what to do with the air fryer, there's a great little cheat sheet right on the top that tells you the temperature setting and the average amount of time for any foods you want. Plus it comes with a great color cookbook, and as Shannon mentioned, you can also pick up another one.
To me, it's kind of my air fryer Bible, although it's so fun to engage with other air fryer and Philips fans on the internet, because no kidding, there's a huge community feeling about this product.
Well, because once you start using it, why would you go back to submerging your cheese in oil? The reason these are my weakness in life is because of the crunchy bread and the ooey gooey cheese. I don't need the oil. In fact, I don't even want the oil. The only reason I would be using the oil is because I thought that's what I had to do to get crispy.
Nuts.
Isn't this fun? This is a fun little game we play here.
See, the kids, it's really finger food.
It really is. And I'm actually maybe setting almost a new record there.
I was going to say, you've got a little cheese record.
I do want to tell you why we play with our cheese here, though. And it's because this, again, shows what TurboStar does. If I didn't have even circulation around my food, I would not have completely melted cheese in my cheese bites. I would have, let's see, if I put them in the oven, you know how it gets. It sticks to the bottom on half. You'd be melted on the top. You'd be burned on the sides. Because of the 360 heat circulation, I am able to get perfect results. Both sides of the bread equally browned. Cheese equally melted. Yeah, these are a fun little weakness.
But you know what's so interesting about what you just said? No other air fryer works that way.
Correct.
Some of it ends up still being frozen. Some of it is still raw. You have to preheat. And are there other air fryers, I'll just say it, that are cheap?
Absolutely.
There are. But to me, you can be penny wise and pound foolish. I know a lot of people who have tried other air fryers in maybe what I call that, economy mode.
Correct.
And not been happy. And then air frying gets a bad name. You use the Philips TurboStar, and I can tell you for a fact, and I'm speaking for myself, but every other host that I know who works with Stephanie, I don't even like the taste of regular fried food anymore.
You get used to this.
I get used to this. It's like you can taste the purity of the ingredients.
Exactly.
The food comes alive.
And you know what? You could alter the taste any way you want. So I just put in a grilled cheese sandwich. I put olive oil on both sides of the bread. If you truly love the taste of hundreds of grams and fat grams of butter, guess what? You could use a little flavored olive oil. You could even spritz a little spray butter. Whatever. I put a little something on the outside to get that deep crisping that I like so much. Other than that, the air fryer is doing the work. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit because I like my bread a little on the lighter side. I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes. And just like the fajitas, we are walking away. You know, there are many things that we can't get back in life, and time is one of them. So if I don't have to spend time sauteing my fajitas and I can go start the kids' homework or walk the dog, I'm all in. If I don't have to stand there and babysit the grilled cheese, or if I can get the most amazing dinner of salmon and crunchy Brussels sprouts, and wait till you see the crunch, on the table in 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah, think about how long it takes to do these Brussels sprouts in the oven.
Oh, yeah.
Close to an hour for starters. And second of all, why would I want to run my whole oven as we head into warm weather season when I can just run the air fryer? I am saving so much both time and energy by doing this in the air fryer. 2 big pieces of salmon, a big old pile of Brussels sprouts.
Fantastic.
And you know what? Those little crunchy guys.
Those are the best.
Oh my gosh,
they?
They are amazing.
They're like candy.
Yeah, you don't want to share these with me because I pick all the good parts right out of there because they are so good. But think about what in your mind you probably think it takes to get those caramelization and those crunchy roasteds going. Usually you have to soak them in a fair amount of oil. You toss them and you toss them and you toss them, and you hope they crunch up in the oven, because what if that's one of the ones that's stuck on the bottom? There is no stuck on the bottom. 360-degree air circulation through this bottom grill. You can literally see through the screen how everything gets through. That's where the air gets through and kisses all the different edges of the food. This is warm, but I want to hold it up and show you the TurboStar.
Sounds good.
There's the TurboStar on the bottom. There's the shape.
Yep.
This right there, what you're looking at, is what makes Philips different than every single air fryer out there. I challenge you, go pull out some pictures of some other ones.
Yeah.
They're flat on the bottom, and this is what happens when they're flat on the bottom. The air spins around, and the food is not evenly cooked, evenly crisped, or evenly brown.
No, and that's why it's the TurboStar, it's the Philips air fryer difference. Even if you just do snack foods for the kids, good grief, I was at
Here's a whole bag of it.
Why not? Because you can.
Because I can, 2 pounds right in.
But that's the really cool thing. Stephanie is really putting some of the things that we like on the appetizer menu back in our diet again.
Absolutely.
Because you are saving hundreds, in most cases, thousands of calories because you are not cooking it in the fat and the oil. A lot of times when you think of even buffalo wings, it's not the chicken wing per se that's the worst part of it. It's the oil that they're frying it in.
And it's not the sauce.
No, it's not.
So air fry them and toss them in the sauce. Honestly, you will never know the difference.
You'll never know the difference.
Okay, so here is my weeknight dinner trick of the evening, and you working moms can all thank me because we all know it's a challenge to get it on the table. Put some potatoes, some shallots, gosh, nothing but even some good salt and pepper in your air fryer. 10 minutes on those.
Good.
Add the pork tenderloin. We bought this bacon wrapped at the butcher. Do you notice that bacon? It is crunchy and fine. I did not fry the bacon on the stovetop.
Nope.
If you were with us for the lids, you heard me admit I never fry bacon. My family's deprived until now, and that's simply because I don't want the grease spattering everywhere. So it's all happening inside the air fryer.
Brilliant.
And I've got the caramelization on those shallots. Those look amazing. You put a fork in those potatoes. They are soft. I've got exactly what I want, and I can carve into that pork.
Here's the other thing I love about this. You've probably heard that little ding, that little alarm going off. It means dinner's ready.
Exactly.
You're not slaving. We sell great cookware here at HSN, but you're not slaving over a pot, or like I was earlier today waiting for a pot of water to boil, or even for your oven to preheat. My oven takes anywhere from 20 to 21 minutes to preheat.
Right, you don't have to preheat this at all.
You don't have to preheat this at all.
No preheat needed.
And the other thing, because of that TurboStar technology, it keeps things moist. It doesn't dry out the meat or
look at this. This one's so moist it is actually practically shredding, which I love.
Yeah.
This is a pork tenderloin, absolute juicy on the inside, exactly like we would want.
Beautiful.
Again, tenderloin is one of those things that dries out very easily. We choose it because it's a healthy cut of meat.
It's very lean.
But it's hard to cook because it doesn't have that much fat in it. So perfectly done in the air fryer, crispy on the outside. So I've got dinner done with what, 3 minutes of loading effort from me. The air fryer has done the rest, and nobody is going to think that they got gypped out of a weekday meal when this is the end result.
It's a mom's best friend, I'll just tell you that, because to Stephanie's point, you dump the ingredients in, you set the little, see, dinner's ready. You set the timer, and then you walk away. But open your eyes to really the versatility of this. Yes, it's fried food, but bake a cake, do a cheesecake.
You could do all that.
Do a donut, do a beignet, you can fry fish in this. I mean, the list goes on and on. Yes, you're doing things like French fries and corn nuggets and all, conch fritters, all the other fried things that we like, but then you're also doing healthy. Do you know, this is something I learned from you, because when I would try to do meatballs, fry them on the stove, I was using so much oil.
Oh,
it was actually,
and they fall apart.
They fall apart.
And it's gross.
And then you have to babysit them, and then the pan is spitting oil all over. Between the skirt steak, and the flank steak, the grilled cheese, and the meatballs, if I only did that with my air fryer,
you'd have a huge value.
Yeah,
okay, so we've got the rack in here, so we're double-deckered. Look at the capacity of meatballs that I am pulling out of here. I mean, it's massive. People ask me all the time, do you usually use the things that you use on TV like you say you do? Okay, my kids will all tell you this is what we had for dinner last night. You know, I made a double load of meatballs for the boys. They take 10 minutes to cook. While they were cooking, I put a pot of water on to boil. Again, weeknight dinner hack. Fresh meatballs. These come fresh from the butcher's case. It works just as well if you use the frozen ones. But I love the way the fresh ones work. I didn't put any effort into it. I won't like to admit that to everyone, but I'll admit it to you. But here's something else I want to show you. Let's see if I can do this without making a big mess. I want you to look inside. Do you see that pile of grease and fat on the bottom there? Okay, that has cooked off my meatballs.
Yeah.
So let's talk about fat and calorie savings. Not only did I not submerge the meatballs, I did not put them in that vat of oil to fry them, I air fried them, but all of that cooked off. Because let's be real, they don't usually use the leanest cuts of meat when the butcher makes meatballs, because they taste better, and that's okay. But now I didn't eat this, and I didn't submerge them. And I start to think there is nothing wrong with a couple of lean, healthy meatballs, especially when I got all that out of it.
Charlie, I don't need to walk over there, but I know we've got a shot with the colors. We'll just show you real briefly. The black, I guess, is almost gone. So the black is almost gone. We've got red, which we almost never have red. We've got the white. I love the purple.
The purple, it's the color of the year.
It is. It's the Pantone of the year. All right, I got to try one of these little meatballs here.
Yes, go into meatballs.
What else do you have got?
You know what? I'm going to pull out some chicken. There's a fork if you want to dig into the meatballs. Again, more good dinner hacks that seem like you've slaved for hours and have a crispy, crunchy result. These are chicken breasts, which you can also buy both frozen
those are good.
and from the butcher's case. But look at these come stuffed, and I want to show you what's in here. See that crispy, crunchy exterior? I know we love fried chicken, but that's just one of those things many of us are trying to cut out with healthy eating. So this gets crispy and crunchy, just like it would if you fried it. But look at the inside. I've got cheese exploding all over. These are Florentine.
Wow.
So I've got cheese, I've got spinach, I've got a great meal that would have taken close to an hour in the oven. That is less than 20 minutes in my air fryer. And slice this up, add a side vegetable, you're good to go.
And I keep pointing out, you're not slaving away in the kitchen. This is a mom's best friend, but moreover, it's wonderful if you're not a very good cook. And I don't mean that disrespectfully, but good grief, even if you load something from the frozen food section into this, it makes it uber easy. So yes, you can make it healthy. You can make fried fish with no oil. You can do buffalo wings with no frying fat.
Crab cakes, don't fry them. Aren't those cute and fun? Just make them little crispies and crunchies. Again, the baking pan, also one of the upsell accessories you can buy. We put some spinach dip in that, and we rewarmed it in here. Because you know what? Leftovers, this is amazing for.
It is.
Pizza. Anything that you bring home from a restaurant that gets kind of for the next day. What happens when you microwave your pizza? It turns into rubber. What happens when you put it in the oven? Well, first of all, who wants to heat up the oven for a piece of pizza? And second of all, it usually burns on the bottom. The circulating hot air, it re-crisps the crust. It re-crisps your French fries. You will stop throwing out your leftovers. You will start reheating things and realize, oh my gosh, not only did it come back to life, but it is just as good the second night.
And you know, and the other thing is, conversely, it does not dry things out.
No, not at all.
Like
not at all.
Salmon?
Yeah, we'll check the salmon. You're right now looking at TurboStar, which is the difference between Phillips and everything else out there. That 360-degree circulation. But take a check of salmon.
Do you see that? So you can see that it's just glistening with the natural juices and oils, and yet I still get that caramelization on the Brussels sprouts. So if you don't fry fish in your kitchen, because A, it smells, and B, it's a mess, and it's expensive because the oil is expensive.
Okay, here's a reason not to fry fish in your kitchen.
No kidding.
I mean, think about it. When you come right down to it, this is the decision you're making with a Phillips air fryer. This is how we would normally fry our fish, fry our chicken, do our French fries, do everything. This is annoying to clean. It smells after you use it. We know it's bad for us. It's expensive. I don't like disposing of it. I could go on and on. This is what we use when we use the Phillips air fryer.
Can you imagine?
1 tablespoon or less in absolutely everything you've seen here. The salmon, the Brussels sprouts, I went with 0. The grilled cheese, I did a little light brushing, but never more than this. This is the health decision that we're making at this point in our lives.
Well, here's the thing though, Stephanie, it's $100 off, okay? So we'll start there. It's $100 off our price. It's, I'll just say, the best air frying technology available. It's the Airstar. No one else. Philips is the leading name when it comes to air fryers. It's not like any other air fryer you've used. So we're taking $100 off. It's a customer event or appreciation price, but Stephanie is not back on the air with this until the very end, the very grand finale of our customer event month. Big thing about that is though, and I don't know if we can show the quantity left or not. We've sold over almost 4,300 of these. We have 900 available, 979 at this customer event price. So even though Stephanie is scheduled to be back at the very tail end of our customer appreciation month, it is highly unlikely that we will see this. And the other thing about it, as we move into the warmer months, I'm cool and crisp as a cucumber. I remember when we used to sell fryers on the air here at HSN, and we would all be sweating. You know, we'd all smell like a state fair afterwards. get it for the grilled cheese, though, girls.
Okay, so look at the
My
color
favorite.
here, first of all. I admit I like my grilled cheese a little light.
All right, you know,
Here's the
have a
beauty
bite.
of air frying. Have a bite and be
You know,
careful.
have
So
to
the
have a
cheese is
bite.
a little gooey and
Okay.
hot. But don't we want the cheese gooey and hot? Isn't that exactly what we want from a grilled cheese sandwich? If I did this on the stovetop,
yeah.
first of all, it would not look this perfectly
Yeah, no
golden
kidding.
brown. I'm gonna play with my food a little. It would not be this crispy. See how I can just crisp that right down there?
Yep.
That's the crispy, crunchy air fryer. But if I didn't have TurboStar, I would not have
couldn't do
cheese
it.
that is melted in absolutely every corner of this. Sacrificing fingertips here, people, so understand that this is important.
Because it's nice and piping hot.
It is.
It's so funny. Stephanie has spoiled me for all other grilled cheese. I used to get, you know, because I like grilled cheese, but now if I get grilled cheese in a restaurant, it's like I can taste the grease. It's like I don't taste the cheese sandwich anymore. I taste all the oil that they fried it in. And this, this was a revelation to me.
The fajitas?
The fajitas?
Yep, 10 minutes to fajitas, and we've been walking around and
Wow.
talking the whole time. I did absolutely nothing other than toss them in a little seasoning.